Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Forge World and Games Workshop. I'd like to say a warm welcome to all of you new subscribers to the channel, and a massive thank you to all of the members that keep this channel running and everyone on the Patreon. As always, you can use this channel's Element Games affiliate link down in the description below to save yourself up to 20% off your Warhammer, and if you use the crystal code at the checkout, you'll also bag yourself double the number of crystals, which you can then later use to get even more off of your order. So without further ado, let's jump on over to the Warhammer community website right here, where there's been quite a decent amount of news all of this past week or so. So if we go back to the 4th of February, round about here, there were a number of Black Library pre-orders, including Angron the Red Special Edition, which looks fantastic. You've got a piece of interior art in there as well. The interior art is actually on the standard hardback edition. Those books sold out quite quickly. Renegades: The Lost War, Blackheart, Unholy, another horror novel. And then, the same day, we had all of the World Eaters pre-orders. Finally, we've got some new Khorne Berserkers. We've also got a new Primarch. Everybody welcome. The new Demon Primarch of Khorne, Angron. These plastic Demon Primarchs are absolutely fantastic, aren't they? We've also got the Arcs of Angron Collector's Edition. Well, Standard Edition, then Collector's Edition, and then an art print. You've got the Codex. You've got the Collector's Edition Codex. You've got the Lord Invocatus, and the Exalted 8-bound. The Khorne Berserkers, finally. I reckon there's a lot of people been waiting for them for 25 years or so, 30 years. You've got the Jackals, a Boarding Patrol Space Marines box set, the Battle Fleet Battle Force, which sold out very quickly, the World Eater data cards, the dice, and that was it. So they just threw all of the World Eaters new releases at us, except for, the elephant in the room, the Combat Patrol, which includes the Khorne Berserkers and the Jackals, and another Lord Invocatus. So yeah, I can see why they didn't release the sort of Combat Patrol at the same time, but it's a bit naughty because all the models are available. They're built, they're ready. We should really have the Combat Patrol at the same time. That would dissuade people from buying the sets separately, though. You've got Sunday preview, so these are all of the pre-orders for today. Again, they've just thrown so many pre-orders at us today in the form of this Kill Team Soul Shackle box set, which looks very, very nice. It's another way of getting that awesome looking scenery and a load of Judge Dreads, in my opinion. They're so cool. These Adeptus Arbites Exaction squad, and then you've got a Drakari Kill Team. Yeah, they look all right. I'd love to get this set. I really would. I think it's fantastic. I don't collect Dark Eldar specifically, but yeah, just for the Arbites, I would have liked to have picked it up. But there's just so many new releases and things, guys. I can't get everything. Kill Team Carskin, they're available separately now. And then the Kill Team Farstalker Kinband, the Navy Breachers with one Breacher shield, which is really odd. And then the Hierotech Circle. So yeah, you'll get the Arbites separately, much like you've got these separately. And I think you can get the the Killzone scenery separate as well. So everything comes out separately in one form or another, but how long it'll stay around for is another question. You've got Shadow Vaults, which include security panels, weapon lockers, a robot crawler. That looks quite cool set. And then you've got Kill Team Into the Dark, which adds extra narrative and 9 critical operations. You've also got Kill Team Shadow Vault. So they're releasing the books separately. They're in the box sets and the Kill Team dice sets. Boarding Actions Void War bases. So you've got some internal bases there. Warcry, Blood Hunt, so brand new box game. So not only do we have Kill Team, we've also got Warcry in the same day. The Askurgan True Blades, which I think are these Soulblight. And then you've got these Claws of Karanak, which all look like they want to be Fleshhounds. You've got the Hunters of Huanchi. Oh, honestly, Games Workshop, please, can you give it a rest with names? Crikey. These look quite fun. A new army of Seraphon, even now hatching from the spawning pools. Another way of saying that they're currently making them from the injection molds. But yeah, so we've got this Vanguard of Chameleon Skinks, and you've got the Jade Obelisk as well. And then Horus Heresy, best till last, you've got the Sky Hunter Squadron. Finally, we get some plastic Jetbikes, finally. I know there are some people that want Assault Space Marines, they want breaches and all these kind of things, but progress is progress. They can't release everything at once, or can they? I'm looking at the World Eaters release. I still think it's fine that they are staggering the releases. They focused on the vehicles and the tanks and things and the dreadnoughts first of all, and now they're moving on to these smaller units. And they're in the Mark 6 as well. There's lots of options for these in terms of weapons, so if you can, these are going to be really popular. I think people will be buying multiple boxes of these. I'm definitely going to. So yeah, you can check out my unboxing and review of those coming soon. You've got the Salamanders Mark 6 upgrades with the shoulder pads and the heads. The heads look fantastic. I really like those. And then the Word Bearers Mark 6 upgrades. I'm still on the fence whether to get them. I really like this particular head, this one right here. But yeah, I'm still on the fence to get them because my Word Bearers are mainly in Mark 4. They're going to be around for quite a while though. These are part of the new. These are part of the main range, not made to order. Then you've got the White Dwarf 485. Middle Earth strategy battle game made to order. So you've got some of these that are now coming out, including this awesome Nazgul. And then a look at the US Open. Warhammer Plus, you've got Kill Team Battle Report and Lawmaster's Beast of Chaos. I have to say that Warhammer Plus has been very lackluster in the content of late. To me, it seems more lackluster than last year, I have to say. It seems like there's just a lore and then a battle report and then something extra, and that's it. No paint guides, no animations. I guess we're going to be getting that at some point, but yeah, just to have 2 things a week is, yeah, it's not. And it's all internal, isn't it, as well? But that's the preview. You've got an old world development diary, walk like a Neherkaran in the Land of the Dead. You've got White Dwarf 485, a little look at that issue, a little sneak peek. Delicious duo of Halfling Star players. That looks quite delicious. Is that a foot long? You've got this one. She's going to throw a pie. Is that a pork pie? I don't know. Hot pot. You've got this awesome looking mini. This Soros Astrolith Bearer. Very, very cool miniature. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a Seraphon army. I really am. Tyranids, Necrons, and Grey Knights launched their own box sets. They're just kind of old models, aren't they? Repackaged in Boarding Patrol. Maybe the Boarding Patrols are like the start collecting. Maybe they're admitting their mistakes with the Vanguard sets and the, how much are these Boarding Patrols? I need to have a look at these to see if they're the same price. But Grey Knights one's good if you obviously haven't got Castle and Crow yet. You've got a Rumour Engine, 7th of February. That's got to be Seraphon, surely. The Adeptus Arbites Exaction Squads, bristling with correctional gadgets. I think that shield's a bit too small, but yeah, look at that. Maybe, I don't know, it doesn't look too bad there. But yeah, multi-part kit. 3 sprues, is it? I guess you can make dual dual kits out of these, like all the other Kill Team sets. Then you've got the Askurgan True Blades for Warcry. Is it R-Bites or RBTs? Bitties. We asked the experts, so I call them R-Bites. And then you've got Free Age of Sigmar War Scrolls for the Hunters of Haunchi. Kill Team Soul Shackle Battle Report. Got the Hand of Archon Ardrakari out to prove their worth with wicked new weapons. That's quite cool. I like that. A Sky Splinter Assassin. 40 Years of Warhammer. And then Askurgan True Blades aren't the only bloodsuckers who break the mould, so they go through some other bloodsuckers. Hollow King, so on. An article about the Claws of Karanak. Meta Watch. That's the first place. So that's a Beast of Chaos one. And then show the Space Hulk who's boss by blowing up doors. It's quite cool. I like the 3D map thing there. It's quite cool. And then Heresy Thursday. So this was the big news of the week. And I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. So I did get 1 or 2 comments when the plastic dreadnoughts Contemptors were released about Legion specific, and some people said I would like a plastic Iron Hands one or a plastic Imperial Fist one or something like that. When will they do that, and can they do that? Well, they sort of have. To me, it's a massive downgrade. Forge World should have kept, because they won't be around forever, they're going to phase them out. Forge World should have kept the Legion specific Contemptor dreadnoughts. What they've decided to do, though, is make the torsos. So Forge World are making Legion-specific torsos for the plastic Contemptors. You can buy a plastic Contemptor and you can buy a resin torso, which is probably going to cost you more than a resin Legion-specific Contemptor, which is really odd. And also what's odd is it's not really Legion specific anymore, because all it is the torso and the head. Everything else is going to be generic plastic. So you'll get the torso, which looks very Imperial Fists, but then the arms and the legs just look basic. And that flies in the face of a Legion specific Contemptor Dreadnought, which has specific hips, it has specific leg armor and shoulders. It's a very strange direction to go in. It really is. For me, it doesn't work. You need every part of that Contemptor Legion specific, and it's a step backwards, and I really hope it doesn't, affect their sales so much from Forge World that they no longer make the Legion specific resin Leviathan dreadnoughts. Can you imagine if they're now just going to go back and just make the resin torsos for the Leviathans? I've got hope that they'll actually increase their resin Leviathan range and have more Legion specific ones, but yeah, it's a really bizarre move, because they're still making resin, but they're getting you to, it's a way of getting you to buy more of the plastic dreadnought kits, and I think it's a bit sneaky, because they're not even releasing all of the Legions either at the moment, which doesn't show full committal in my eyes. If they're going to do it like this, release every single Legion, that was a hard pill to swallow. Not the best, I don't think. And then if that wasn't enough, Pricing update, not price increase. Very sneaky. Get rid of update. It's not an update. It's a price increase. Stop it. So they put in bold, from the 6th of March, they'll be increasing some prices. No, not some, most. Most of what they sell is their miniatures, and that is what they're increasing. About 6%. No, it's not. It will be 6%. What's not changing is starter sets, paint pots, citadel tools, codexes, rulebooks, battle tomes, brushes. So this is a price increase 6th of March. There's going to be another price increase in April. There usually is every year. So just keep a heads up. So if there's anything that you want to get now to save yourself 6% off, get it now. That's my only advice if you still, want to be in this hobby and want to buy things. That opened the wound, and then that put some salt in it. So expect your torsos to be pretty expensive with a 6% increase included. You've got Blood Bowl, the Nagaroth Nightmares take on Wolfenburg Crypt Stealers in this special game. Okay, so you can download that. Vampires Cultists painted by the community. Oh, I like the blood effect, that's quite cool. Adeptus Arbites. Wow, these are the old Arbites then, 1993. Look at these ones too. It's quite cool. And then 310 ways to qualify for the Ultimate Warhammer Championship. 310 ways. Wow. And that's it for the news. So let's go on over to Forge World and have a look at the pre-orders. And here we are on Forge World's web store. So they've still got this big tile showcase in Bryce the Slice for Blood Bowl. But if we look a bit deeper below, we can see there's a little thumbnail there for Salamanders and Word Bearers. So you can see the full range. Doesn't showcase the new shoulder pads and heads though, bit strange. But if we click on new and then pre-orders, you will find them all. So here they are, the Mark 6 shoulder pads for Salamanders and the heads for Salamanders, £14.50 each. You're getting 11 heads, 10 helmeted ones and a helmetless one. And then you're getting 10 Word Bearers shoulder pads and their Mark 6 heads. Not a massive fan of those heads, definitely not compared to like the Mark 4s, but I do like this one right here. Again, you're getting 11 heads there. I must say that recently the Mark 6 upgrade packs, both the helmets and the pads, have been fantastic. I mean, look at the Salamanders ones. It's got these like little vent circle things, and the frame of the shoulder pauldron actually has a bit of a frame, quite reminiscent, throwback to Mark III iron armor, and it's kind of plated. That looks cool. And also the Word Bearers Mark VI looks beautiful. I mean, you've got the book, you've got the flame coming from the book, like that's the truth, and then you've got all these symbols around the pads. I'm not sure whether the symbols kind of works on the Mark VI on their kind of beaky helmets. Definitely the crowns do. They look quite cool. And I like that helmetless head too. So yeah, a nice little release there from Forge World. Just a little release, not a splurge. But if we go on over to Games Workshop's web store right here, there is a bit of a splurge. Straight away, they're advertising Warhammer Age of Sigmar Warcry new box set. They've got thumbnails for Made to Order Lord of the Rings. They've got the Jetbikes for Horus Heresy, and they've got the Adeptus Arbites or Arbites right on the front page. If we click on new and exclusive and then we go on pre-orders, 53, but I think there's a lot of World Eaters in this range, and I am correct. So you've still got the Arcs of Omen, Battlefleet, Battle Force. That was sold out pretty quick on third-party web stores, but these are the new box sets to pre-order today. You've got the Warcry Blood Hunt. So these are some of the miniatures in there. £110. probably pick it up for cheaper from a third party. They look like nice miniatures. Not really my cup of tea, but I like the scenery. I think that scenery would go well on any sort of Age of Sigmar battle board. And then you've got for 40k Kill Team Soul Shackle, and you've got 21 miniatures in this one with some judges. Arbites. They look quite cool. I am the law. Sorry, terrible impression. But you've got a doggo in here as well, which is quite cool. A K9. And you've got some Drakari, which yeah, alright, I guess. And then they build a little base thing. So that would look alright on an actual battle board. And this is the thing, like, you know, you could have a narrative game where you have, you know, you start off with boarding actions, and then you have the game up there, and then it goes down to planetfall, and you roll in the tanks and dreadnoughts and things like that. So yeah, the scenery is fantastic too. So £110 for those. Angron was last week. The Kill Team Killzone Gallo Dark, £90 just for the scenery, but I think this is the scenery we had in one of the previous box sets. 54 terrain pieces and the gaming board. So that's all you really need to reenact some of the games. I mean, I think that's fantastic for Horus Heresy as well. If you wanted to just have, you know, Terminators on Terminators, or if you wanted to just have Space Marines on Space Marines, or, dare I say it, new Tyranids coming out, this scenery set will work very well if you wanted to go for a full Space Hulk theme. You've got the World Eaters Parade Ready paint bundle out of stock, and so is the Salamanders. That was a bit of foreshadowing because I think they were up for order last week. Boarding Patrol is still up there for £65. Obviously, all the books, the collector's editions, they're all sold out. But then you've got the made-to-order Lord of the Rings Ring Wraith. You've got Heroes of Helm's Deep. They're both for £40. You've got the Kill Team Hero Tech Circle. A couple of new miniatures in there and some upgrade sprues for the Death Marks. Juggernaut was last week, and the Legion Sky Hunter Squadron. It's brand new today, £37.50 for the 3 bikes. Trust me when I say that is much, much cheaper than the resin, and I don't think you're losing too much in the detail with this plastic kit. And there's so many options, so many different weapons you can kit these out. It's going to be a fantastic set, and I wouldn't be surprised if it sells like hotcakes, because it's a lovely set. So I can't wait to get my hands on that. You've also got the Warcry Hunters of Haunchy, so £37.50 though. Oof. And Lord Invocatus, which is just the Juggernaut set. You got the Khorne Berserkers, £37.50 for 10 Khorne Berserkers. That was last weekend. You got the Warcry Jade Obelisk Warband for £37.50 for them. It seems like, you know, 10 miniatures now for everything is getting to £37.50, which is quite expensive, you know. Yeah. Then you've got Exalted 8-bound, 3 miniatures for £35. That was last weekend. Kill Team Carskin, you can finally get the Carskin separately. That's only £35 instead of £37.50 though. And the same for the Imperial Navy Breaches and the Farstalker Kinband. They're available separately. 8-bound was last weekend, so was World Eaters Books, so was the Jackals. The Kill Team Books, £27.50 for the Shadow Vaults and Into the Dark. I think that these should be £25, and I think they should be hardback, but that's my opinion. Warg Riders, made to order for Lord of the Rings, £25. You've got the Kill Team dice for Breaches and Farstalker. Do we really need like specific factions if they're going to be the same colour? Like the only difference is the number 6 on them. Oh well. Boarding Actions Void War Bases, £24.50. That would be cool if you wanted to theme your Horus Heresy Terminators and Breaches with these bases. Just a thought. You've got the Killzone upgrade set there. Yeah, £22.50 though. You got the World Eaters dice for last weekend, and then the Uruk-hai Battering Ram made to order. They look quite small actually on that base. Then you got the Kill Team Hand of Archon and the Exaction Squad dice. you're not even getting 20 dice for £20, you're getting 15. This is their new thing, 15 dice for £20. You've got Gandalf the White made to order. Angron Red Angel was sold out, that was last weekend, so was the cards. And then Gamling, Warg Attack, you've got Frodo, Sam and Gollum. Rangers of Ithilien and Theoden, all for £15 each for made to order. And Unholy, £12.99, that was last weekend I think. So was Renegades, and so was Black Hearts. And then you've got Gimli on a Dead Urukai. That only counts as one. £10. And then White Dwarf 485, which is new for today to pre-order. I think it comes out next weekend. So a lot of pre-orders there. There's a lot of overlap from last week. 53. The main pre-orders, obviously, this week is the Warcry set, the Kill Team set, the Kill Team Scenery set, all the made-to-order Lord of the Rings stuff, some of the Kill Team and Warcry warbands available separately, and the Legion Skyhunter Squadron for Horus Heresy. I think that we'll get the Typhon and maybe the Cerberus. It would make sense for them to do a kit each, because then they can double their money rather than have both of those kits in one. I don't know. I think they'll have it as 2 kits, but maybe we'll get that up for pre-order next weekend on Saturday. We'll see. Please do, as always, share with everyone what your favourite pre-order is this weekend, and what you're picking up, what you're most looking forward to. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.